YouTube. YouTube. What the fuck?
I'm gonna say,
How y'all doing today? So, anyways, I was shining stuff on me. We went down to a truck market, not truck mart, truck market. It's on Etsy too down here in what is this, Mississippi? Down here in Mississippi. Check out some trucks. They got pre-emissions trucks and glider kits at good prices and a lot of overhaul trucks. On Google, they got like a 4.8 as far as reviews. I went down there and checked out their trucks. They got some awesome trucks. I think it's a good dealership. But I didn't go down there to look at the trucks. Went down there to talk to somebody. Forgot what's the dude? What did he say his name was?
shit, somebody, I don't know.
You answered the phone. I forgot who it was, but it was a real good dude. And we was talking truck financing, and I told him, you know what I'm saying, I got $10,000, $50,000 truck. I always notice how the trucks I go for is always $50,000 Pete's. Okay, they got a lot of them. Like I said, real nice trucks. But we got to talking about some financing, and he was like, um, now this is something that Casanova told me probably a couple of no, it had to be a good. It had to be last year when I talked to Casanova about this, but when I get to the story, it's gonna lead to what Casanova had told me. But I was talking to the guy about financing, like I said, and he was like, he was a finance expert. If he can't finance me, nobody can. So I was like, okay, so you finna finance me this Pete. He asked me, he was like, what do I got on my credit? And when the last time I checked my credit report, which of course was yesterday, if you following me on Facebook, you know I checked my credit report yesterday. Right? I checked it yesterday. But anyways, um, he asked me what was on my report. I told him I had a credit card, two credit cards, and a student loan. And
Who you want to speak to?
hold on.
Okay, repeat what you said, ma'am.
She gonna do this during my live video. In the damn phone up.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, see you later.
What? $50? We $5, ma'am. I do support breast cancer, baby. You supposed to let me get to stop.
What is she over there trolling? I on the phone though.
It is so good.
Oh.
You shouldn't even been listening to me. You all over.
I'm in the middle of a YouTube video. You costing me money. I'm trying to get these people an important video.
This was important about this cancer. I bet they would have liked it if they.
It was supposed to be an automatic recording, not a real person.
It's about cancer, though.
But they.
A lot of people on your page probably support breast cancer.
Y'all go out and support breast cancer. Is it breast cancer awareness month?
I don't know, but she just asked me what I donate. You made me hang up in the lady.
Y'all go donate to the breast cancer people. They got a name? We ain't got no name. Let them know Andrew sent you. See? I'm helping people out already.
No.
Anyways, like I said, I told him I had two credit cards and a student loan, okay? And just based off of what I told him, he said I wouldn't be able to get financed because the reason for it is when you go to a used truck dealership, in order for them to find you financing, like when they say things like we can get you financed as long as you got $10,000 or 20% down, what they doing is they going to a private bank and they're trying to get you financed, and the private bank is always going to say no to somebody like me. He was like, the average customer that they looking for has to either have like a mortgage paid off. He might have like a $30,000 car paid off, or something that's worth just as much as the truck paid off. That's what they're looking for mainly. And obviously, I don't got that. Even a student loan is like $30,000. My student loan was only $2,000 total. So yeah, I don't fit the criterias. But he gave me some options. He said my best bet would be to either go to Freightliner or the Volvo dealership. It's got to be the dealership. And he said the reason for it was, let me try to explain this correctly now. By going to the dealership and letting them know you're a first time buyer, letting them know you got $10,000 or $8,000 or whatever you got to put down. Yeah, I know, right? And you let them know what's on your credit report. Tell them, I got 2 credit cards on the student loan. I got limited credit history. That's another thing. He said they looking for somebody with trade lines. I don't got the trade lines, but by letting them know that, what's gonna happen is, he said by going to Freightliner or by going to Volvo, it's just like going to Ford or one of these car dealerships and getting financing. Freightliner and Volvo, they got their own money. They don't have to go to a private bank like these used truck dealerships do. They got you borrow the money straight from Freightliner, so they can lend you the money because it's a lot easier versus going. This is the example he gave me. By going to Freightliner, it's like borrowing money or trying to get financing through Ford. By going to a used truck dealership, it's like trying to get financing from Capital One. You see the difference? It's a lot easier to get financing from a dealership that got their own money than to go to a bank, because the bank ain't really lending money unless you got all this shoe shine. Then I just got the money. Who gonna finance me? I know y'all thinking, why come I don't just buy the truck in cash? Want to get it financed? I don't think it's a good idea to ever just buy the whole truck in cash, unless if I buy a truck in cash, it's gotta be less than $25,000. And if I do that, of course, I'm gonna have to rebuild the engine and transmission and all that, overhaul it, right? But I don't think it's a good idea. Even if you got $100,000, I wouldn't suggest putting $100,000 straight on the truck. I would still try to get financing, but I'm finna let y'all go. It's election night, which means I'm finna head back home. You wanna say something to the people? Tell them you'll see them during Thanksgiving.
No.
She don't want me to go. We got to go because it's election night. But so what's the next step? Hit up Freightliner, hit up Volvo. And like I said, Casanova had told me this before. He had told me to go to Freightliner and check out the first time buyers program. So I remember him telling me that. But you're a Casanova fan.
What?
What? You know you like Casanova. Let me get back to y'all in the next video, and then maybe I'll explain in details. It was just fresh on my mind, so I just hit the record button. We waiting for checkout. I gotta clean this place up, and I'm out.